right, you're here with another episode of Roaring Lions. And tonight I'm going to be talking to the Stay Mad coach from Mad Moss. And this is a new series I'm going to be having over here all the time. You can bet on N with her beautiful self, the beautiful Queen. We have Vegan Black Man. Humble Havoc is here. D-Lo is here. Planetarian is here. It's good to see you all. Vegan Black Man. Bucket Black. And so this is a new series I got going on. Hollywood Cliff is here. Roaring Lions. I'm going to be doing interviews. I also got a series called G Talk. The wonderful Ruth is here. Kiss the Ring is here. And this give you opportunity to get to know different people. To get some information, ask some questions. And there he is there. And so, brethren, come on into the room. I'll accept your request. Oh, there it is there. All right, here we go. Oh, what's going on,
Peace.
brethren?
Peace, King. How you feeling, man?
Yeah, everything's good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good, bro. How you feeling?
I'm doing good. Congratulations on the newborn coming soon, right?
I appreciate that. Yes, sir.
Okay, everybody, this is the Stay Mad coach, the brother that's the owner of Mad Moss.
Yes, sir. Honored to be here with you.
He's also a workout coach, helping a lot of black people and helping a lot of people in general get in shape.
Yes, sir.
And, we always want to support young entrepreneurs like the brother.
Absolutely, man. It's an honor.
And so I'm glad to have you over here, brother. The brother's name is Marcelino.
Yes, sir. Marcelino. I go by Stay Mad Coach. I'm having Marcelino the third because I'm a junior, so I'm just going to keep the legacy going.
That's nice, brother. That's real nice.
Yes, sir.
So let's start with your background. Where are you from? What's your family's background?
I'm from Washington, D.C. originally, born and raised in Washington, D.C., along with my mom and my dad. We all from Washington, D.C., and I've been in the health and fitness, more so like the personal growth, self-development lifestyle for all my life. I'm 35 years of age.
Wow.
I went to school to be certified in holistic wellness life coaching in 2016. And I've been plant-based. I've been vegan for 20 plus years.
Wow.
I was raised vegetarian from birth. I never had turkey, steak, chicken, ham, seafood in my entire life. A lot of dead animals I never ate because I was raised vegetarian. So
Wow.
it only made sense for me to start helping people take their health, wealth, goals, and dreams. The name of my company, HWGD, stands for Health, Wealth, Goals, and Dreams. It's a lifestyle, and I just like to teach people, just like you do, man. Just like to teach people how to manifest a dream. That's what the whole Mad Malls, the #1 sea malls company I started. Me and my lady, we started that right here in New Jersey in 2019 with the whole sea malls movement. And it's just been a dream come true. Prior to the sea malls, I've just been helping people with the 28-day plant-based detox program that I provide and just coaching people on how to detox, how to eliminate, unhealthy habits, how to really take their mental health to the next level along with their emotional health because, we all think that it's all about fitness. And I was working at LA Fitness in my corporate days. I was the general manager at LA Fitness for many years from different states. I worked in Washington, D.C. and Maryland. I lived in Florida for 8 years and traveled all through Florida, working at LA Fitness. So I know a lot about the fitness, but I realized that it's not about the outside as much as it is about the inside. And I helped a lot of people get started in the gym, but I watched them come in and out the gym with bags of McDonald's. So it's like, you're not going to get the most out of your workout when you putting the same garbage, the same processed, foods inside your body, and then you want to go lift some weights or do some push-ups. So I do help people with the physical fitness, but I specialize with the mental health, the emotional health, and how to detox, how to go plant-based, and how to take these processed foods out of your lifestyle, with certain modalities and certain habits that I teach clients. And I had clients 17 different countries, from Belgium, South Korea, UK, Jamaica, Canada, all across the world. I helped a lot of people take their health to the next level.
That is fantastic. It's really amazing to meet people that are pretty much born vegetarian and vegan. That's all. Man, that's crazy. That's beautiful.
Different. No, I know, especially for people like, Black people, some people think you got to eat chicken, and, you got to have pork because, people being raised like that in the South and what we're taught and what we see on a consistent basis. But I'm definitely one who, was complete opposite. I was always picked on because I didn't eat chicken. I was picked on because I didn't eat certain meats, like literally like made fun of as a kid because I didn't eat these foods. So it's just crazy to see how things turned around, and, I'm able to help people now with this lifestyle and made a serious living from doing it, not about the money, but I've helped myself and, build a whole multiple six-figure business from health. So when we hear the whole statement, health is wealth, I really get to show people that, like, I've been wealthier because I've been healthier. And I like to show people how to monetize their health and how to make, not just make money, but make a difference with their health. And when you become healthier, you do become wealthier. And it's not just monetary, but you feel better, you live longer, your conscience is clear. So it goes a long way beyond the money. Money is important, but what good is it if you trying to fix your health back because you're sick as hell or in the hospital taking medication, pills? You may have a lot of money, but it goes to waste. Because I've worked with patients. I don't mean to say patient, but I had one client who was a stage 4 melanoma cancer patient. And that was like a drastic experience because he had all the money in the world. He had hundreds of millions of dollars, 74 years of age. And I lived with him in his house in Treasure Island, Florida. And it was a life-changing experience because he had yachts in the backyard. He had everything you could dream of, but he couldn't enjoy it because he had terrible health. So it was like he paid me over $50,000 to work with him for just 6 months. And the money didn't amount to nothing because it was like I was able to witness how worthless money is when you're not healthy. This man couldn't even wipe his own ass, and I was there to help him do things that I never in my life thought that I would do. So it really, really made me realize, like, the company Health, Wealth, Goals, and Dreams, it means so much to me because we're all taught to chase your dreams. We all taught to set goals, make money, but health is the last thing they teach us. So I just made it number one thing is to be healthy. It is your greatest wealth. That's how you accomplish your goals so you can really manifest a dream. So it's a serious method to my madness.
What a genius. Hey, you're a genius, brother. I ain't gonna lie.
Appreciate it, man.
Genius. You're a genius. Now, how long you been an entrepreneur working for yourself?
5 years, 5+ years now.
So you built this company this big in 5 years.
I have, man. It's been a lot of work. Before CMOS, it was a lot easier because I was just coaching people. And it was like I'll get on my phone for the majority of the time. I do a lot of consultations and health consultations. And it was just so easy because I'm a communication specialist. That's my background. And then me and my lady came up with this product, Mad Moss. And now it's like I got to do production, manufacturing, and marketing. And it is a lot of work and shipping and handling. So I'm thankful for it. And I opened up my own store in Maryland. So I have a CMOS store. And it's a dream come true, but now I realize, like, it's to the level of business where, like, I need employees now and I need a lot of help, and I do it completely by myself with my lady. She's been, right beside me the whole way, but now she's in the process of having our first child, so she's on setback right now. So I'm really just taking care of it all myself. My mom helps me out, and I have some family that really help me, but I pretty much do it by myself.
Well, that's great. You're creating jobs. So eventually you'll be hiring thousands of people at this rate.
That's the goal. That's the goal. And we're opening up new locations real soon, and You know, I have distributors all across the world, and people can become affiliates, ambassadors. So I really put it in position to help people really manifest a dream.
Now, you had sent me some Mad Moss one time, and I hadn't even asked. You just sent it. It came from nowhere. You're like, I'm finna send you something. And I
Yeah.
tried it. And it was amazingly good. It was, that's a smart marketing plan you got. It was
Yeah.
good. It was, you can taste it still had all of the nutrients in it.
Right, right. Now I got some new things that I'm gonna send you. Like I told you, I want to show you before I send it to you because you got it when we was just doing the the original malls and black malls, but now we have the flavor malls. So you'll be getting some strawberry malls with organic strawberries. We have raspberry, we got pineapple, we got mango, and this is all organic, wildcrafted sea malls with organic fruit. So the one you had is the black malls that
Right,
has coconut activated charcoal.
right,
There's a lot of health benefits for that. But you know, some people don't like the taste of sea moss, and
right,
it's
right,
easy. It's easy to put it in your shakes and your smoothies. But with this, it's like you could just eat this directly out the jar. You see, we just be dogging it just because it's like your kids love it. It's
right,
flavorful. It has the fruit in it, so it's easy to just eat it as is. You can still add it to your shakes and smoothies, but this is like breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. You know, it curbs your appetite. Got the 92 minerals that your body's made of out of the 102. You know, it helps with thyroid. It helps with digestion. It helps with, you know, the benefits is just endless with the sea moss.
right, right. Now, you said wild crafted. Could you explain people the various types of sea moss because they don't know they got to get wild crafted?
Yeah, that's a big deal, man. Wildcrafted is it coming directly from its source. So we got a team in Jamaica. I have a team in Trinidad. I have a team in these, you know, remote regions where sea moss grows directly in the ocean. Then you have farm raised, pool grown sea moss where people are genetically modifying it and they're growing it in their backyard. They're growing it in pools, you know, for the profit and just for the whole gimmick of that. You know, CMOS became a real big thing during the pandemic, and everybody just rushing to the fastest way they can get, you know, their immune system built. So most people don't get wild crafted CMOS. They can't even tell you where their CMOS come from. On my Instagram page and even on my website, madmoss.com, you will see a video of, you know, my deep divers going down into the ocean, grabbing the sea moss, throwing it on a boat, and from there it gets shipped directly to me. So it don't even touch too many people's hands, and I gotta wash it, clean it. It's a 3-day process before I even get it into this jar.
Right, right. That is fantastic.
Yeah,
And so,
man.
and so, sea moss is catching on and it's spreading, and you're doing that, and you're doing working out. You're a personal trainer too, right?
Well, to be technical, I'm not actually a personal trainer. I have had clients that I coach, you know, with the physical fitness, but I never got certified as a personal trainer. Mainly just holistic coaching and like teaching people how to detox and what foods to eat, what foods not to eat, how to eliminate inflammation from their body, you know, the mindset of coaching. But I do incorporate, you know, workouts and things of that such. But I don't have a certification in personal training. I must make
Right.
that clear.
Right now, when you work out, should a person work out every day or should they skip days? Should it be every other day, every 2 days? How is that done?
It depends on what your goal is. I believe body movement is the key. So making sure you move your body every day is the key. If you're just stretching, if you're just doing calisthenics, which is my favorite type, which is pull-ups, push-ups, all body weight, you know, squats, anything that involves, you know, you just using your own body weight. That is the healthiest, most safest way to work out on a, excuse me, on a daily basis, every single day. You can go crazy with calisthenics. Now, if you're going to hit the gym and start lifting weights, like I just got back into the weightlifting, and I have this obsession mentality. So for me, I go a little bit too far with it. So I work out until I feel the pain, and that's not healthy. But that's something that I just have to work on because like I'd be so addicted to the feeling. It's like a high to me. You know, like to really feel that pump and feel that blood. Just it's just like a natural thing that I just gotta calm down with myself personally. Like I was just working out here with my lady and started lifting the weights again, and had a serious muscle cramp in my back because I just did too much too fast to get back into it, which is something most people wind up doing when they go to the gym. and they want these quick results. So they may get on a machine and lift heavier weight than their body can take. And now you're going to be out of commission for a couple of days because now these muscles are pretty much stressed too much. You may build up lactic acid, and the only 2 times I've been to the hospital in over 15 years, and it's a real life story. I'm not saying there's, such thing as a perfect health, but I've been hospitalized twice in the last 15 years from working out. And it was because I worked out too much. I was following guys like CT Fletcher and Rashad, and they practice overtraining. Like that's one of their mottos is to overtrain. And I started practicing that many years ago, and I got crazy big and bulked up, but I also had muscle cramps, and what was it? I pulled muscles in my neck, and had some serious injuries from that. So I don't advise people to work out with weights every single day. You got to mix it up. Like, one day you may want to use your legs, and one day you may want to do your upper body. Then next day you may want to switch it up and throw some yoga in there. So like, I think muscle confusion is the best for the best results. It's just to mix it up a little bit every day.
That's
You
right.
need some rest days, though. It's always good to give the muscles some time to rest.
Right. Now, what's the best way to eat? I mean, people got a lot of different ways to eat. Some is alkaline, some is raw, some is
Right.
this, that. What's your advice on eating? Like, what should we name some things we should eat regularly within a week? How should we eat?
I think overall, man, of course, if you want to be at the top of the food chain, will be raw, alkaline, that's giving your body the electric foods that it requires for optimum health. You know, when people are transitioning to vegan or plant-based, you may get caught up with the mock meats, which is like the vegan chicken, the vegan burgers, and vegan, whatever it says vegan, then it's like pretty much imitation meat. I don't suggest that at all. I understand why people do go that route and they, transition stage. But I really think that people should have more whole foods on a consistent basis. Your fruits, your veggies, your legumes, your beans, your nuts, your seeds, your quinoa, your avocado, these things that are just live, like it comes out the ground. It doesn't have a label on it. It doesn't have ingredients. When you go to the grocery store, if you look at the difference from the health food section, like why do they have a health food section? So like if you have a health food section, then what is the rest of the section? Must be trash. You know what I mean? Because it's titled health food section. So I think it's more important to have, you know, a variety of vegetables and a variety of fruits. More so fruits because it helps with electrifying the body, detoxifying the body every day. I'm real big on smoothies. I'm real big on juicing. It's something that I'm an advocate about is juicing because with juicing, the nutrients go directly to the blood, directly to the cells. It doesn't have to, process through the digestive system. And we overwork our digestive system by eating solid foods way too much. So we never give our digestive system a break. Most people are eating every time they're hungry, and they're really eating because they're pretty much deficient in vitamins and minerals. That's why the Mad Malls and it's so effective because it's a whole food. It helps curb the appetite. It is a food. So when you're eating this, you're eating food, but you're getting the things that your body requires, the magnesium, the zinc, the copper, the calcium, the vitamin A, B, C, D, K. So you're getting what the body really wants from the food that you would eat for taste. So if you're going to eat a vegan burger and it's a processed patty, if you didn't put that together yourself and it's in the package, you're really eating crap overall. Now, don't get
Right.
me wrong, that'd be a healthier suggestion from eating a cow burger, like, straight flesh and blood that most people eat. So, to answer that question more simple is like every week you should be juicing, every day you should be eating some type of whole, fruit, of your favorite choice because it has the fiber. If you're eating apples and oranges and something that has skin, grapes, avocados, now you're giving your body the life and the electric foods that it requires.
Interesting. Now, do you think how does overall health look for the black community? Does it look good to you, or does it look like we're headed towards a disaster?
That's a heavy one right there, man. Like, it ain't looking too good, my guy. It ain't looking good at all. I like to have a optimistic, positive outlook on things, and I think with more people like yourself And I'm really honored to be on this platform with you. And I love your message and, you know, how you're representing the veganism. And, you know, if it wasn't for people like you and people like myself, we're completely doomed. And people like Benevolent, there's a couple people in this live that I've seen come in that is really, really, really giving you life-changing information to help you elevate your health. And without us, we're fucked completely. 100% we're
Your,
doomed.
and your parents.
You
And
said
your
your
parents.
parents, my parents, my father is the only one. My mom is she's coming along with it. But my dad has been vegan, you know, 38 plus years. He the one who introduced it to me. He brought it to the family. He picked it up from his uncles when he was 16.
Wow.
He's going on 60 now. I think he'd be 60 this year. So besides my dad, it's just me. I have three older sisters. One of my sisters is from a set of twins. So I have a set of twin sisters and an older sister. One of the twins, she's vegan, but she's not as the healthiest vegan. She just don't eat no meat. She don't eat
Yeah.
no dairy, no eggs, but she eats a lot of the processed food. So she's still in that transition phase.
Right.
But the fact is, she is vegan. And one of my cousins is vegan, and my uncle's vegan. And he's like on the super healthy side with meditation and martial artists and heavy on detoxing and, you know, fasting for 23 hours out the day. He's on a whole nother level with it. But besides that, mass majority of my family, they're doomed. I'm just being real, you know, and it's just like that's what we all experiencing. And just a side note, just this has just happened today. My lady best friend, her brother-in-law was announced brain dead yesterday and is dead today and stopped breathing. So he stopped breathing on Tuesday from drinking alcohol.
Wow.
On Wednesday, he was announced brain dead, and today he's dead at 33 from alcohol poisoning.
Man, that's a shame.
He left behind a 12-year-old son. And if you look at my post and if you look at my Instagram, that's why I'm going boycott crazy for alcohol. I despise this shit. I can't stand it. I'm not here judging no one who drinks. I stopped drinking alcohol myself 3 years ago. You know, I used to play around with it. I never was a big drinker. I was real big on, you know, cannabis. I even stopped smoking weed because I'm not against it. I love my lungs so much that I smoke so much. It's like my lungs need a break, a long, long break. And I don't ever plan to smoke weed again because the combustion and, you know, the carcinogens and just smoke for your lungs ain't what it's supposed to be. Now, we all know there's significant health benefits from THC and CBD, but that's not the only way to consume it, right? So I think our community they too far gone on the drugs, on the smoking, on the getting high and the drinking, and that leads right back to, you know, eating terrible on a consistent basis because now you got the munchies and your cravings is way out of whack, and it's a clusterfuck, man. I think our people, without people like yourself and people like me who really care, we're done. My
You know,
opinion.
I find that once you become an entrepreneur, you kind of want to smoke as much.
Facts.
Because you're an entrepreneur, you always got to pedal to the metal, right?
That's a fact. For me, I'm gonna be honest with you. It was the opposite for me. Like I smoked breakfast, lunch, dinner. I made myself believe that I couldn't function to my best ability without smoking. So I was really the guy that you wouldn't even know that I'm high because I wasn't smoking to get high.
Right,
I was smoking because it was a medicinal thing for me and it put me in a state of mind to where I'm gonna get the job done regardless.
right,
I was
right,
a top salesman at LA Fitness for many years across the country. The top salesman was a big deal. They called it the king of the hill, and people would never know that I was high every goddamn time I sold a gym membership. Every single time I was high. And it never affected me in that way because I didn't allow it to.
right, right.
I wasn't smoking to get high and just sit back and do nothing. It was more like I was a serious functional user. Like I love to freestyle, I love to just be in my head, but I always wanted to stop smoking because it just gets so just like inhaling the smoke is like now when I look at it, and I don't judge no one who do it, I love marijuana. It's just I just don't want to smoke anymore for my own personal reasons. So I don't knock anyone who still smokes, things of that such. But if you're drinking alcohol, that's a no-no. And if you do smoke, it's something that you should be willing to have control over it. And if you don't, it's going to control you.
Wow. Now, we have a next generation being born and everything, and the parents are feeding them bad from birth. And from my point of view, we're dying earlier and earlier.
That's a fact.
And so it's really starting to look like we're going to start dropping in our 30s.
Like I said, man, close friend to the family is gone right now at 33. I have a couple friends that died in their 30s from cancer, and it's just crazy, man. I got a cousin who died from obesity in her early 40s, and it's like people don't care about their health. You think this pandemic and the whole situation that we're up against now is something, but we've been facing health problems way before this ever begun. And it's like now we're oblivious from the real problems. Obesity is like way above, and beyond one of the main causes of death. And 8 out of 10 people are either overweight or morbidly obese, and
Right,
even in the adolescence. So it's like we're so focused on being tested for this and taking shots for that, and it's like if you think that's a big problem, what do you have on your plate, and what do you eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and what are your stress levels like, and what is your mental health like, and what is your family relationship like? And we don't realize how effective that is to our health more than anything else.
right.
More than
And
anything else.
how many vaccines had the animals had?
That part. You know what I mean?
For y'all watching, if you've never experienced somebody with alcohol poisoning, it's the most frightening thing you can deal with. I had a young lady, she came home from the club and she was suffering alcohol poisoning. And it looked like she was dying.
Mm,
I had to pull her in the car and rush her to the hospital. But it was horrifying because she was actually dying
right in front of your face.
in front of my face. She couldn't stay warm. It was the scariest thing ever. I'm telling you that you can go through. And it wasn't that she intentionally just drank a lot. She just drank too much. That's all it takes.
Well, that's
It's
all it takes. Drinking too much at one time. You could be someone who barely drinks, and you don't know how your body's going to take that poison. It's 40% ethanol. The way I look at it as, if you could put a lighter to it and it catches fire, why the fuck would you want to drink some shit like that?
right,
Like, it's flammable. Literally. Like, you can't, there's no argument, there's no debate, there's no conversation to deny that it is pure poison on every level, but it's highly promoted in every part of the world that I've ever heard of and known, in every bar, every restaurant, every corner store. If it ain't beer, it's wine. If it ain't wine, it's just pure liquor. And it's all poison. It's all created and designed to kill you. It can't heal you. It has no health benefit to it. But yet, it's justified on a level of no return. I mean, some people will, put their business suit on and go have a casual drink, or, let's just have a glass of wine, or, I drink beer after a long day at work. It's like you're addicted to drugs at the end of the day,
true.
no matter how you justify it.
So pretty much, do you think that our social life, especially here in America, is designed to consume poison?
100%. I really do think that we were set up for failure from the beginning, and it's a whole nother conversation. But if you think about the FDA, Food and Drug Administration, they feed drugs to America on a whole nother level, and they catch us from birth. So if a baby calf is born from a cow and is born at 400 pounds and is drink cow milk,
Right,
who in their right state of mind would take a newborn human baby and give it milk from a whole nother species? We're the only species on the planet that drinks milk from another species. The only species, you don't see dogs drinking from cats, monkeys
right,
drinking from cow. You only see humans drinking from other species. So however that was designed, they had a serious, plan in to hurt and kill and put us in a bad situation from birth, because most people, they drink baby calf milk, as early as 1 years of age or two, or whatever age they give you baby cow milk. And along with mashing up flesh and chicken and real dead animals. And like, when do you feel comfortable to give your baby dead animals? Because technically, take away the time that you're in the womb and however the mother is eating, take that time away from it. When you come out that womb, besides the time you was in the womb, you're technically born vegan, because you don't even have teeth to eat flesh.
Right.
So it's really up to the conditioning, the tradition, and the culture and the habits from who's ever raising you to feed you that shit. And the cycle just never ends. And most people don't realize that if you put a 1-year-old in the crib with baby birds and a lot of fruit, if it get hungry, it's not going to try to eat the bird. It's going to go for the fruit, just naturally. So it's not like we're not designed to eat dead animals. We're programmed to, is my point.
Right.
We would not go kill a living animal to make a chicken sandwich at 4 years old, at 3 years old. You have to be taught how to do that.
Right.
And if you're not taught how to do that, you're naturally going to go for the things that is consumable, like the things that grow from trees and grow out the ground, like plants and fruits and veggies. So it blows my mind, like, especially bringing a life into this world. I could not be more thankful that my wife has been vegan for 7 years, and prior to me ever meeting her, that was where she was already at. So I didn't have to help her, come aboard and, try to transition her and try to persuade her. She was already there. And I'm big on manifestations. I really do manifest a dream. I sat there and I meditated for a year of celibacy. I sat there with crystals in my home when I was living in Florida after I got out of a relationship that I was in for a couple of years. And when that relationship ended, which I knew it would, I told myself the next woman I get involved with, she will already be vegan for herself, period. And I demanded the universe to connect me with this person, whoever she is. And that's when I'm going to plant my seeds and start my life with a family. And truth be told, like, that's where I'm at right now, having my first child. My lady's already have 2 kids. So it's not like it's brand new to her. And our whole family is vegan. Her son is vegan. Her son is 19. Her daughter's vegan. She's 21. And now we have a newborn coming July 2nd. Is born in a vegan womb and coming out full blown. And I don't even like using the terms vegan personally. I don't, because, like, you don't call a cow a vegan cow or a monkey a vegan monkey. You just call it what it is, right?
Right.
So I don't like the title vegan or plant-based. People ask me, are you vegan? It's like, no. You want to know my name? Because that ain't my name. So, like, you trying to identify me through a title that was created that has nothing to do with me.
Right.
So I don't even like to say I'm having a vegan baby or that I'm vegan. But of course, we have to use these words for people to understand. And I like to be cutthroat. I just tell people I don't eat dead animals. Whatever you want to call that whatever you want to call it. I don't eat dead animals. I'm real. Sometimes I go more deeper than that, and I'll call it what it is, and people get real upset with it. But like, you saw a couple posts I just put up, it looked like it was a penis in the pack. I'm like, y'all eat dicks, and you don't like to hear it that way. But think about the cow, think about the pig, think about the chicken, the 3 most slaughtered animals for people to eat. Now, if they eating the pig's butt, the pig intestines, the pig feet, if you eating these pig body parts, what makes you think that they're going to throw the pig penis in the trash? They're not throwing that in the trash. They're going to feed you that shit too. That's money that they would be throwing away. And that's all it's about, is money. So you are eating cow dicks and pig dicks somehow, some way. They're feeding you that. And Sometimes
Right.
it takes for you to hear it like that, for you to be like, oh my gosh, no, that's disgusting. What do you want to hear? You want to hear, would you want me to call it a nickname or call it a hot dog? It's not a
Right.
fucking hot dog. It's not even a dog. And if it is a dog, does that make you feel better?
Right.
Look at the names they give this shit. Hot dog. Like, who the fuck comes up with something that looks like a penis, call it a hot dog, and it's wild, man. It's like, if I wasn't even raised this way, I'm sure that my conscience was clear enough that I would have cut this shit out on my own
Right.
fast. Because when I did go back to eating meat, because I was raised vegetarian, my mom didn't stick with it. I could show you a scar on my back that I had at the age of 4 that left me with a scar from 150 stitches that I had from a tumor I had in my back at the age of 4 from eating, dairy products and being raised eating, you know, I was raised vegetarian. That's why these titles fuck you up, because vegetarians still eat eggs and they still eat dairy. So that just makes it like it's hard for people to be healthy when you're like, oh, I'm pescatarian, I'm vegetarian, or I'm vegan. It's like, if you want to be healthy, cut the dumb shit and just take out all the dumb shit, right?
Right.
So for me, I had a tumor in my back the size of a tennis ball at the age of 4. My mom
Right.
and my dad didn't know, because my dad was just he was just vegetarian at the time. They didn't know that it was from the dairy. They didn't know that it was from the mucus from the things that I was consuming. It's
Right.
it took me to become I think I was like 28, and I started to think about, I'm like, Dad, you think about why I had that tumor in my back? He was like, what you think? What you think it was? I was like, bro, that was from mucus. That was from cow pus. That was a tumor from eating the bullshit. He was like, I ain't never think about that. I'm like, yeah, because when I was 8 years old, the pain was coming back. The knot was growing back, but it was because I was still eating dairy. I was still
Right.
eating these things. So the doctor would tell my mom, oh yeah, we may have to do surgery again. Like, surgery again? You gonna just keep cutting me open? It's like, y'all not telling me the cause of it, but I took it upon myself, and it's a real life story. I was at McDonald's at 14 years of age with a close friend of mine back in that day. It's in Rockville, Maryland, and we're eating McDonald's, and I'm eating my burger. And when you say the conscience is real, bro, it clicked. And I'm eating, and I spit it out. He's like, bro, you good? I'm like, I'm never eating this shit again. He was like, was you okay? I'm like, hell no, bro. I'm never eating this shit again. Something in my body was like, cut it out.
Right.
And when I did that, I stopped eating hamburgers because I was only eating hamburgers, hot dogs. I was selective with the meat that I had. That's why I never had a lot of meats, because I was real picky. I was a picky eater anyway. So
Right.
I cut out the hamburgers, and I cut out the dairy. I cut out the hamburgers first, and I was still eating Dairy Queen, still eating ice cream, still eating pizza was my favorite. Pizza was like, it was hard to stop eating that shit because they got some serious drugs in the cheese. So, excuse me, what happened was I had terrible acne on my face as a kid growing up. I mean, my face was covered in pimples, and I didn't know what caused it. I was taking Proactive Solution. I was taking everything they showed you on commercials as a teenager in high school, being picked on every day because of my acne. Everything I tried didn't work. And one day my dad was like, hey, son, listen, I'm done with the dairy. I'm done with the cheese. I'm going vegan. I'm like, hey, I'm not with that shit. I was really defensive. I was like, I don't want to eat. I'm gonna keep my cheese. I hope you don't try to make me stop. He was like, I'm not telling you to stop, but I'm telling you, I think it'll help your acne if you just cut the cheese out, cut out the milk, cut out the ice cream. I'm like, nah, man, I'm never gonna stop eating that shit. You crazy. And I was like 14, 15. So one day I'm eating my Dominoes, and again, it was another conscious decision. It was like, put the box down, told my sister, I'm never eating that shit again. She was like, yeah, right. You'll never give up pizza. I said, listen, I don't know what's my body telling me, but I'm never eating that shit again. So when I stopped eating the cheese and stopped eating the dairy, I was too young to know that I was detoxing. I didn't know that that was a detox.
Right.
To stop eating it. And then I get around my friends 6, 7 days later, everybody going to Dairy Queen. So I'm going to Dairy Queen with the whole crew. They getting their blizzards. I'm like, fuck, I gotta get a blizzard. So I got the blizzard, and the first scoop just shut my shit down. It was like as if I took drugs immediately. Like I was sick instantaneously.
Wow.
And that's how I knew right then and there that I can't have this shit.
Right.
Like I can't have it. So I went vegan then, without even being told to, without anything. I took it upon myself at 14 years of age. And that's how, I've been vegan now over 20 years, just doing things that made sense to my body.
Now, one of the big problems we have is culturally, because when you're trying to take care of your body, there's no social activities for us. These froze will be back in a minute. But yeah, there's no social activities for you when you eat right. He'll join back in alive in a minute. All
Sorry.
right.
Yeah, my bad.
Now, what I was saying is one of the biggest problems is our whole social structure and culture is based off of garbage. And I
Fact.
want you to tell yourself there's hardly anything that you could do to enjoy yourself. Have you noticed that?
That's a fact.
You go to the movie theater, there's nothing to eat there.
Nothing.
I mean, everybody goes to the bar. What are we going to do there?
Yep.
It's almost like, it's wonderful you got your woman as a vegan, because when you're dealing with a woman that's, trying to be in the world, it could be very stressful because the places she want to go, you don't want to go because it's all negativity. So do you think that eventually Black people, we're going to have to create new venues and new cultural events?
Without a doubt. And there's certain places where it's a lot more accessible, like California, certain places in New York. It's not as big as it need to be, but without that, we ain't got nothing coming. Cause like you said, there's no place like I mean, I've heard of them. I haven't been to any like vegan communities, and could you just that sounds crazy. Like, could you imagine if you can go somewhere or there's a state where it's all the restaurants are vegan, all the like it just sounds too good to be true. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, and I have a very optimistic mentality and think that anything is possible. But when you look at it for what it has been, not for so much as what it is, but like it will take what me and you are doing, it'll take this times a trillion on a consistent basis because
Right.
our people are so unconscious. They're
Right.
so knocked out. They do not understand. They really feel intimidated, and since vegan has become such a fad,
Right.
people wearing it like an outfit. They try it on. Oh, I tried that. I don't like it.
Right.
That's why I don't like using the word vegan. That's why I never wanted to be titled a vegan coach, because if
Right.
I titled myself a vegan coach, people would be like, "No, I'm not. I'm not going to hire him because he's going to try to make me go vegan."
Right.
But if I'm just a health coach, a holistic health coach, then he's like, well, he can help me just with my health overall, not knowing that if I coach you, you're going to be coached vegan without a shadow of a doubt. My whole way of life is like that. I can't coach you no other way,
Right.
but I have to disguise it. I
Right.
have to tell you that, we're just going to put you on a detox, but technically you can't eat meat and be, detoxing at the same time because it's pure
Right.
toxin.
Right.
So like, it's all about how you reach people is how you teach people. If you can't reach them, you can't teach them, right?
Right.
You got to be able to connect with them and meet them right where they're at,
Right.
especially our people. So, the reason why I got the jewelry is because some people think that, oh, he's a rapper or
Right.
he's cool, he's hip, but this shit says health, wealth, goals, and dreams.
Right.
It
Right.
Right, and this says Mad Moss.
Right,
I went to go get sea moss, such a big deal to me, and I put it in diamonds.
right,
Why would I do that? Because now I got your fucking attention.
right,
I put this so prevalent and made it so like so cool looking that some people just want to try because it looked cool.
right,
And a lot of people, you're not going to be able to teach them unless you reach them right where they're at. It's just not going to work.
right. Because I would love to be able to go to a movie theater that's got a juice bar and some natural
Oh
things
man,
to eat, or to go to a club and see somebody, some hip hop or something, but it's
even,
a juice,
even the airports. If you go to an airport, you're going to starve.
basically.
I did a lot of traveling in my time as a health coach. Clients used to hire me to come live with them, and I lived with clients in Hawaii, California, Florida, New York. Like I was living with them for 3 to 6 months, and every time I would hop on a plane, sometimes I was catching the plane each week. I'm in the airport suffering. I know how to take care. I know how to live through it because I know what to get, what not to get. I know how to get the nuts. I know how to drink water. I know how to fast. So, but
Right,
see,
right,
man, I would love to be able to go to the airport and get a vegan meal,
right,
and I would love to go to the movie theater or go to a fast food vegan restaurant where I could just pull up at the window, pick a number, and you bring out my food to the next window. Like,
right, right,
I'd love to have that experience, but what will it take, man? It's people like yourself, and I really sincerely take my hat off to you, bro. And however we connected was destiny. I don't believe in chance, coincidence, or accidents.
right.
For us to be connected through this platform, that's why people take this platform and these apps for granted. Some people just get on and they are consumers.
Right.
Man, you are creators. It's either you're being used by this or you're using it. And most people are just a product of this. They're not really utilizing it to their benefit. That's why I like to provide the option for people to monetize this shit. Like I figured out how to, and you have too, how to get out of this what you deserve and desire versus just put yourself into it and be a puppet. Because if you get on this joint and you just scrolling, you're fucked. 100%. I
I
don't
ain't
care
gonna,
if you
I ain't
following.
gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. The stuff you be posting, I be wanting to steal all that shit.
Steal
That
that shit.
it be so dope, but I don't be wanting to overdo it. That's why I see the little baby eating the chicken. I'm like,
Bro, all I'm doing is stealing it.
you had the baby eating chitlins. I'm like, what?
It's none of it's mine. It's all ours. Like
Yeah, yeah,
some
but you
people send this shit to me because they know that I'm the type of guy that's going to go crazy with it and make a post. So half the time, I literally just I get it how you get it.
right,
I make something out of it real fast, real quick.
right.
I got a whole archive of shit that I ain't even dropped yet that will fuck
Yeah,
your head up.
it'd be dope. You really wake up a lot of people, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You're a problem. You're a problem. And it's real. It's real. It's really great to see this. I get
You said you
excited
a problem.
to see this because this is the next generation. You represent the next generation from way back from the health food stores. We the health food stores vegan. I became a vegan in '79. So we health food store vegans.
That's a fact.
You guys are Whole Foods and stuff like that. So you're the future. So, your work is very much needed. You're here when they're sicker than ever.
It is an honor, man, because a lot of times I used to be afraid to be so blunt, to be so like, fuck it. I don't care what you say or how you think about it. I wasn't always like this. To be honest with you, I was afraid to do it because we're programmed to care more about what people think about us versus what we think about ourselves. So if you look at a video I put up, it's because I like to freestyle. Like if I didn't make it in the health business, I was going to be a artist
Right,
because I know how to make music off the top of my head.
right,
I don't have any music out because I never wanted to be an artist. I just have the gift to do it. I could come up with music as I speak because I know how to compute the subconscious. I know how to really channel thoughts very, very fast. Like all my content, I don't think about that shit. I just make it. I don't got to think about it. But there was a post that I put up, and it's called "Kill Yourself," and I was scared to really put that out because I'm like, damn, people going really talking about kill yourself, but I'm really talking about you got to kill the old version of you to live out the new version. You really got to kill a part of you that you don't want to experience no more.
Right.
And I was afraid to really give that approach because I'm like, man, people gonna get the wrong message. I had a real close friend who committed suicide. He used to sleep in my house right there on my floor on a regular basis. Killed himself at 18 years old. His sister found him hanging in his closet at 18. So like shit like that made it hard for me to even have this approach. And at one point I went by Mr. HWGD, Mr. Health of Goals and Dreams. I still have that page. But when I came up with the whole MAD movement, it was crazy how it came about. I was talking to my ex-girlfriend. She was going through anger management. She called me one day. I was at my client house in Florida, and she said, "You just never get mad, do you?" Because I was like, I wouldn't let shit get to me. She was like, "You just never get mad." And I just automatically came out like, actually, I stay mad. And she was like, yeah. I was like, I stay motivated all day. So it was an acronym, MAD. I was like, I stay motivated all day. And I was like, oh shit, that sounds dope. So
Yeah.
I said, I got to call somebody. I got to tell them I'm hanging with you right quick. So I hung up with her. I called the friend at the time, Peter Parker, the real big guy, helped lose a lot of weight. I called him. I was like, bro, I think I want to change my Instagram name to Stay Mad because I stay motivated all day. It didn't even mean manifest a dream at the time. It was motivated all day. And I was like, bro, because I am very self-motivated. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even believe in, motivation. It's more like inspiration, but I just like, it don't take much for me to just get up and go do some shit or just put some thought into action. And I started to think like, damn, if I go by Stay Mad Coach, I'm going to have to really live up to it. And I did it, and when I learned how to really utilize Instagram and start figuring out how to do reels and how to do the back screen and certain things I started to figure out, I said, it's a wrap. I'm about to fuck people heads up. I'm going to do the most belligerent, crazy shit that if they ban my page, I don't give a fuck, because people got to hear it the way that I see it, because if not, it's not going to work for me or them, because you can't just be talking about, oh, make sure you eat your vegetables and stop eating chicken. Nah, stop eating dead animals, motherfucker. Now,
Right. Because
who you
you're
talking to?
picking a more hard-headed, a more rougher audience.
Facts.
They're different. They're on the cutting edge. So it doesn't really bother them that the younger generation, it don't bother them you come like that.
You got
They think it's cool as hell.
it's cool, but at the same time, I'm getting their attention. And if you consistency and repetition is the mother of all learning. So that's why, like, certain times, certain friends be like, you post too much, or I had one friend tell me you shouldn't post that much. Like, who the fuck are you to tell me how much to post? And at first I was listening to him. I'm like, okay, so I shouldn't post back to back. I'm like, man, fuck that. I'm gonna post every second, sometimes I would sit there and I would post back to back to back to back to back. I don't care about likes. I
Right.
don't care about your comments. I'm gonna die one day. And before I die, if I don't get my message out there, it's like I lived for nothing.
Right. You're
So
doing 100% right, because you got to compete with McDonald's, Burger King, and they all day, every day, and they everywhere. So you and we got to do that. We're competing with a big machine.
listen, man, you are on the money. When I told people you hit it, you hit something that people just don't get. That's how I know you're in a different dimension. I said, look at McDonald's. Everybody in the whole fucking world already know about them, right or right. Everybody knows about McDonald's.
Right.
But they still pay for commercials, nigga. They
Right.
still pay for radio ads daily.
Daily.
So if
Hour.
so if they still pressing that button and paying for it, we can never do it enough.
Exactly. Now
We can never do it enough.
I think what you're doing is just extremely magnificent, because you're representing health, eating right, take care of yourself, and entrepreneurship. And I mean, it don't get no better than that.
I'm honored, man. I mean, like I said, it's health, wealth, goals, and dreams. I didn't come up with none of these words. How it came to me was like I was at the gym. I'm the general manager. I'm making more money than I ever made in my life. People coming in this facility, 75,000 square feet, 2 floors, state of the art equipment, Olympic swimming pool. It was like, and I'm running this junk. And everybody looked at me like the man. Like, so I started to think, like, what if this was a fucking health club? Like, so my whole vision that I have in my whole vision is to open up a school, the School of Health, Wealth, Goals, and Dreams. And just picture this, a big ass facility, and you will be a part of it. The first floor is health. The second floor is wealth. The third floor is goals. The fourth floor is dreams. And each floor, everything will fall in that category. So when you come in the building, you have everything from mental health, physical health, nutritional therapy. Everything that pertains to your health is going to be on the first floor, from vegan restaurants, the whole 9 yards. And then on the second floor, you're going to learn about your wealth, financial literacy, entrepreneurship, stocks, everything that involves your money, everything that involves you understanding. Without your health, can't even make it to the second floor. Now, once you
Right.
have the health and your wealth, now you could accomplish your goals, whatever those goals are. You could accomplish those goals now. Now, a dream ain't nothing but a goal with a date on it. So
Right.
once you got your goal set, if your goal is to have this dream, you got your health, you got your wealth, you on the third floor with your goals, and then the top floor, we manifesting the dream. That's gonna be like the penthouse. That's gonna be, arcades, a whole fucking carnival, like whatever your dream is. Now, I had this vision since I was a kid. I was homeless. I slept in shelters. I slept in my car for 3 months. I know what it's like to have nothing. I did all this shit from a thought in my head. I know how to manifest. So when I put it all together, it was like, I want to teach people not just how to make money, because what good is money if you sick as shit? No good at all. So if I could teach you how to make money and how to be healthy and how to accomplish your goals and dreams at the same time, there's nothing else in this world you can ask for. Now it's like, if you have, I always ask myself, because I'm a philosopher, if I had everything in life that I wanted, what else could I do besides help people get what they want? Because if you got it all, what good is it if you just got it all for yourself? You ain't no good at all. And I figured out how to have everything I want within myself. It doesn't take, oh, I got all the cars, I got all the clothes, I got all the money. That shit is worthless. It's having a peace of mind, having sanity, having conscious self-love, knowing your self-worth. When you got all of that, everything else is going to come your way. I don't care what it is. Sometimes you may feel like it won't because you're starting to doubt yourself and second guess it. But if you really, really tap in, you understand that you can never be. This is a quote that I wrote and it came up this download one day I was meditating. You can never be without when you are in tune within.
Mm.
Because everything that you want outside of you comes from the inside. You
Right.
came from the inside. I came from the inside. I got a baby boy right now in the inside. So
Right.
it's important that my lady has all the right things inside of her. The
Right.
baby has to be as healthy as possible in order to even come out of this world to be here.
Right.
So if you could think like that for yourself, that's why health is the most important thing on this planet. When you could be as healthy as you possibly can, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, environmentally, socially, in every aspect you could think about, you would never want for nothing. And I
100.
live proof.
And so, brother, this has been a great conversation. I
Wow.
really,
Yeah,
it just serves a lot of purpose in showing people how to follow their dreams, how to be entrepreneurs. It's
absolutely.
encouraging people to work out, exercise, get in shape, to eat right. And more than anything, it's showing that as Black people, you got to reach for the brothers and the sisters. Like, we got to work together instead of always working against each other. Pull a brother up, like, pull a brother up. And that's what the Roaring Lions is. I'm pulling brothers up to let brothers get some shine to promote our people. So,
honored, bro. It's a dream come true that you brought me on this platform. And I say, there's nothing that I wouldn't do, that I couldn't do to help you, you know, in any way I can. You know, if you don't have my number, I'm going to give it to you directly in the DM. I got the package coming to you next week. And whatever I could do to help you, man, just let me know. Because I'm here for the same reasons that you are. No more, no less. I'm here to help you do the exact same shit, bro.
I got you, fam. So look, have a good night. Congratulations on the baby boy.
Get that, man.
Wait to see his pictures on the Instagram.
You're going to see it, bro. I appreciate you, King.
One.
Stay mad.